This is a kind of a Vince Russo topic. But it's been since the year 2000 since Vince Russo ran WCW. And I'll tell you some of the stuff he did. I'll tell you some of the good stuff he did first. Okay, he actually was responsible for the McMahon Stone Cold feud, the Undertaker Kane feud, the DX feuding with the WCW, the whole tank segment they had. And Vince Russo did a lot of good things. But some of the worst decisions are what really hurt him. Like, he tells people he's a writer, not a booker, for one thing. Okay, he's just a writer, He is responsible for a lot of the bullcrap. Now, he's actually helped ratings. Ratings went from a 2.9 to a 3.5. He's actually accomplished that back in the day. Nowadays, could he still do it? I don't think so. Now, if you look at the Attitude Era, Vince Russo wrote a lot of that. Okay, I don't know exactly when he left. I know he left in '99 sometime. I forget when, though. But I know he went to WCW and wrote a lot of WCW stuff. Now, if he had stayed with the WWE, who knows what he could have, if he would have maybe destroyed it or not. In the year 2000, wrestling was great. 2001, it was great. 99 was all right. 98 was okay. And I'm not going to say like once Vince Russo left, things were better or worse, because whoever the writers are now doing a terrible job, by the way. But Vince Russo, he wrote a lot of the great storylines from the 90s and the early 2000s. Okay, and when he went to WCW, here's some stuff he did. He had some of the. I think he went to WCW just to gamble with things. Okay, I'll tell you the first mistake he made. Well, there was an incident at Bash at the Beach. Now, here's what I read about. I heard that he actually fired Hogan from WCW after that whole, I think it was Bash at the Beach. Yeah, Bash at the Beach with Booker T and Hulk Hogan. And Hulk Hogan wanted to defeat Jeff Jarrett for the world title. And Jeff Jarrett laid down for him because Vince Russo told Jeff Jarrett to do so. And Hulk Hogan said, "Is this why this company is going the way it is? Because of this crap you do, That's not exactly what he said, but he said something like that. So Vince Russo helped Booker T get a push in WCW because he was tired of Hulk Hogan's ego and his politics. So he stopped. He basically ran Hulk Hogan out of WCW. Then with Goldberg, he wanted to rebuild his character, with Goldberg anyways. And he wanted Goldberg to take a loss. So I think he ruined Hulk Hogan and he ruined Goldberg as far as, he didn't want them to be in charge of the whole place. So Goldberg kind of went downhill, and so did Hulk Hogan when Vince Russo was taking over WCW. I will tell you this, Vince Russo, he did kill WCW, okay? He ruined WCW. Not just because of Goldberg and Hulk Hogan, but there was a whole David Arquette becoming world champion. Even Vince Russo became a world champion, okay? When David Arquette became world champion, that's what ruined WCW, okay? That was one of the worst ideas ever. Some people say it wasn't Vince Russo's, idea, nor did David Arquette want to go with it, nor Eric Bischoff. The way I see it, David Arquette, okay, when he became world champion, WCW was dead, okay, because of that. I'm sorry. Vince Russo ruined WCW. Now, there's one thing I want to talk about with the WWE, is blaming him for Owen Hart's death, okay. Now, in my opinion, that was not Vince Russo's. That was not Vince Russo's fault. That's ridiculous saying it's Vince Russo's fault that Owen Hart died because of Vince Russo. It was an accident. Just saying he begged Owen Hart to do it. No, Owen Hart did it. The cable broke, and it was an accident. It was not Vince Russo's fault. I'm not going to go blaming Vince Russo for Owen Hart's death. You may hate me for saying that. I'm sorry, but in my opinion, they should not blame Vince Russo for that. But here's what I'm trying to say. Vince Russo wrote some great stuff, but he also made some bad decisions. Like Vince McMahon makes some good decisions, and Vince McMahon makes some bad decisions. Like any other writer in wrestling history has made good and bad decisions, okay? Now, Vince Russo did some stupid stuff. Some really stupid stuff. Some people say that it's dumb they're making Roman Reigns champion, And some people say that the writers now are stupid. Or the writers, now better than Vince Russo. You know, people hate Vince Russo. Jim Cornette hates Vince Russo. Jim Cornette blames Vince Russo for Owen Hart's death. Jim Cornette would piss on Vince Russo's grave. That's how much he hates Vince Russo. Now me, I don't know if I hate him. I just don't like his writing. I don't blame him for Owen Hart's death. I don't really hate him. I mean, I just don't like some of the stuff he did. I think he ruined WCW of all things. Glad he didn't ruin the WWE, but I'm saying I don't hate Vince Russo. But do people still hate him for all this, you know? I mean, I think you should look at wrestling now. Watch TNA. Watch wrestling right now. Or any of the writing. Is any of the writing any good? Is Raw fun to watch? Not just because of all the injuries. Is TNA fun to watch? I mean, watch TNA. You can't watch TNA because it's so bad. Because the WWE is so bad. You know, sometimes it can be so bad it's good. I didn't watch WCW. I didn't watch WCW as a kid at all. I didn't watch it at all. I didn't care for WCW. I didn't even know much about him. Like when I was a kid, I didn't even know who Ric Flair was because I didn't watch it so much. But I'm saying, you know, do people still hate Vince Russo? Is he really the worst writer ever? I mean, yeah, he did some stupid stuff. But if you watch it now, it's pretty bad. That's all I want to say. And Vince Russo, I don't hate you, but your writing kind of sucked. But that's all I want to say. David Arquette, you know, Fire Hulk Hogan, all sorts of stuff. But just give me your thoughts. Do you guys still hate Vince Russo? Is he really the worst writer? That's all I want to know. So some opinions. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Subscribe if you want to. And bye.